Let's get started. You know what? I was looking, we had 289 signups. That is like, welcome, ladies. I am like, it is hot. It is hot today. Okay, I want to see people's faces, please, because I do not enjoy speaking to black squares. Thank you, Emma. Okay, and I want to know where everyone is located. So we're all going to go through this weird experience where I open up the Zoom on my laptop and then it does this weird sound. Okay. And it's because I always want these master classes to start with like really fun music and then it never works. And today I was like, I've got it down packed, got it figured out. And then of course Lily's like, no, the sound is weird. And I'm like, dang it. How do I do that? It's almost like I have to like have someone like playing the sound right there. Okay, let's all do this together. I'm gonna log in on my laptop. The reason I do that is because otherwise I'm gonna go like this over and over and give myself like a tuskari by reading comments. Okay, so let's do this together. I don't know how you say that in English, but that's what it is in French, if anyone was curious. Okay, let's get started. So where are we? Okay, and I wanna know, where is everybody located? Like I know some of you, but there's a lot of new faces. Again, there were 289 signups. That was like, I'm not gonna lie, I was actually crying before this. I was like, wow, can I just like truly receive? And Sweden, San Francisco, soon to be LA, Canada, love it. Florida, love it. Okay, this is the weird part. Let me turn this off. Hopefully it doesn't get weird. Ontario, ooh, we're close to each other. Oh, there. I think I might do this. Mexico, oh, I love that. England, oh my goodness, yes. The UK girls, I do actually target Marielle. I do target with my ads UK and Scotland specifically because I love the accent and I just want more of it in my life. So it's just like this super funny thing with my ads manager. They're like, why do you target UK and Scotland? I'm like, because I love that accent. So I'm super excited. Okay. Yes, Portugal. Oh my gosh, what is it called? Azores? Azores? Is that how you say it? Anyways, we were like literally, Julio and I were gonna book flights 2 nights ago to Azores, and then he got a job the next day, and I was like so sad. I was like, dang it. So I thought we were gonna go to Portugal. Okay, Wales, UK. All right, let's get started because it's late for some of you. I'm really excited. For those who are new here, welcome. I know that many of you have found me on my page through the content that's going viral. It's actually really incredible and I feel so grateful. And clearly this chasing content is really hitting a nerve. My first chasing post that I made, I honestly didn't think anything was going to come of it. And it was like 150,000 views. And I was like, whoa, let me try another one. 150, 100 and whatever thousand views. And I'm like, okay. And then we just kept going. We have a post right now with 600,000 views. I have another one yesterday. I'm like, where are all these followers coming from? Another one, 157,000. It's just like this topic is insane. And you're all here. I don't want to assume, but likely because you're chasing in some regard. Honestly, your content is like you're in my head. Thank you so much. I had a lot of trauma and it allowed me to be really good at analyzing people on such a deep level, and then decided that I needed to learn, the psychology and everything behind what was going on with myself. And then here I am. And now I'm really great at doing it with you guys, right? So that's like every therapist, psychologist, coach has like this crazy background because we're just like, why are we like this? And then eventually we're able to help you guys. Okay, I love that, Sarah. That makes me so happy. Okay, enough. I'll maybe do like one more minute about me and then we're gonna really get started. I have notes here because already we've been on for 7 minutes and I've been all over the place. So like, just bear with me. Okay, for those who are new, my name is Kelsey. What's up? I've been doing this work for almost 8 years now. On the external end, it has shifted here and there. It was love and purpose and becoming your own dream girl and all of these different things. But at the end of the day, my work has always been the same, and it's in regards to helping women, and I also do work with men. Sometimes they come to me, become the truest, highest version of themselves. the version of you that you were before the trauma, the conditioning, before whoever it is that you thought you needed to become. And I think that the reason why this topic is so powerful is because the majority of us did not receive the love that we truly needed as children. And we develop these personas and we learn to chase love. And we learn to move from performance and masks and start playing games and doing all these interesting kind of acrobats in order to get what it is that we wanted because something inside was missing. And I think that that's my origin story. I spent my life chasing, you know what? It was like, yeah, I was like said I was so boy crazy. Like I was really boy crazy. And interestingly enough, my current partner, when I first met him, I did not chase him at all. And we had this really beautiful relationship. But then after our initial separation, the abandonment wounds kicked in, the fear of losing him, the fear of that happening again. And I found myself falling into these chasing patterns and was able to heal them at a really deep level. Obviously, I run a business. Maybe some of you also run a business. This chasing energy doesn't just show up with men or in romantic relationships. It shows up with money, in business, in friendships, in everything. We can be chasing everything. It's like, so right now you're listening to this masterclass, you can 100% interchange man with money. You can, play around with this. It's energy. Love and attention coming at you is the same, whether it's from a man. That pursuit, that energy that we want is the same. From the man, from the money, from the clients, from the opportunities. You could be an artist and you want people to buy your art. It's the same energy. Either we're chasing and we're going outwards or it's coming towards us, right? So that's a little bit about me. I was a respiratory therapist, so huge extensive knowledge of like the physical body. I worked in the ER, the ICU. I've seen like hundreds of people I've saved. Not that I've seen hundreds of people die, but lots of people have died and been saved in my hands, lots of babies. I used to love working in the NICU. And then I got pregnant and something shifted in me, something awoke, this like deep feminine primal energy, and I gave birth completely naturally, even though everyone at the hospital told me I was stupid and I was gonna die. And that birthed this like power in me, and that's what led me to my divorce, realizing I had converted religions for a man. I gave up this. I'm a thong bikini kind of girl, and I converted to another religion and did all sorts of things for love. And it was my birth that really showed me the woman that I was and the power that I had inside of me. That's what led to my divorce, to starting my business, everything. So I'm infinitely grateful for my beautiful 7-year-old boy who I cannot get to phone call me while he's at his cousin's right now, for literally like allowing this to just be birthed through me and to find myself through this deeply feminine, natural, primal expression. And separated with a 7-year-old son. That's so beautiful. Yeah, right? And then step into my power, and then all these experiences and all of the men and all these experiences are here to poke these parts within ourselves to make us help us rise into our power, right? So part of my story. All right, let's go to my notes because it's enough about me. Okay. But it is important to know because some people are like, this guy on YouTube was like, you should get some more life experience. This was yesterday. You should get some more life experience before teaching this stuff. I said, both my parents have passed away. I'm divorced. I worked in the hospital. I have like a degree in respiratory therapy. I'm a master practitioner in neurolinguistic programming. And like, Julia was sometimes like, why do you do this? And I'm like, because I have to also show that there's authority, And I'm like, I developed my own life coaching technique. I've ran a business. I've had over 600 students. Is that enough life experience for you, mister? Like, fuck off, right? I see some of you shaking your head, but it's like, there is some life experience. And sometimes I know that when we follow people on Instagram, for all you know, I'm just some like, bored like person just making content about chasing online. And it's like, no, there's actually science. There's actual there's stuff to back it up. I've worked with clients. There's results. There's going to be substance to this. Okay. Like, this is not just some black cat energy BS. There's actual truth to this. There's a lot to this. Okay. So sometimes it's important because I know we can be like a little bit, who is this person? What is she? What does she actually know? What is she doing here? So it's important. Okay. So let's get into it. First, I want to just know in the comments, like, who's in a relationship, who's single, who's in between. And if you guys are in between, I trust that you didn't watch my situationship masterclass. There's no judgment, okay? But I want to know. Give me the goods. Give me the tea. Single, single. Okay. Up and down situationship. Yeah. In between. Separation. Separation's hard. Single. Okay. Potentially in between. Okay. If you are in between right now, you're gonna learn some stuff to switch it up. Okay. Situationship. Okay. There's Mel on my screen, and she's got this like thing over her head. I absolutely love it. I'm like, yo, are you on a beach? Because that is just so epic. Can you take us all there? Right. Wow. 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 Okay. Wow. So beautiful. Okay. I'm not going to get distracted anymore. Okay. Let's go. 3D party. Ooh. Oh, like a third. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Like a karmic. Got it. Yeah. Situationship time two. Oh, we're abundant over here. Again, absolutely zero judgment. Okay. So, situationship. Okay. All right. So we got a mix. It's good to know. I mean, we're gonna shift it. Okay, we're gonna shift it. You need to understand the masculine is responding to you. He's mirroring you and responding to you. You're at the center of your entire experience. Let's just go into like a real quick science here for you to understand something real. Okay, we're not manifesting. We don't need to do affirmations. We don't need any of that. Conscious mind is the masculine. Unconscious mind would be the feminine. Okay, conscious mind, the goal setter. The unconscious mind is the goal getter. Okay, conscious mind, masculine, seeds the feminine, and the feminine births our reality. So we're not manifesting, we're birthing our reality. Everything in our body, our beliefs, our wounds, our embodiment. This is why I say you can be pretending to be unbothered. Your embodiment, pretending is not embodiment. Your embodiment is what births your reality. So whatever situation, situationship, relationship, whatever thing you are in right now, I need you to take radical responsibility, step into your power, and recognize that you get to decide what it is that you want from this, and you are birthing this. No more victimization, no more men are this, no more men are that. He is responding to you, and if you like this man in front of you, you can shift the whole thing. Obviously, if he's the right person, okay? Like there is an energy of like God, universe, source. Like if something is not right for you, right? Like there's a bigger energy at play. But do you see what I'm saying? Like it's you get to decide. You are in the power. We're not victims here. You're in the power. You're creating all of it. Cool? Okay? Got it? All right. Okay. So this whole thing is like about this chasing frequency. It's something that we all get to tap into. It's available to you. Like there's like the chosen frequency. Okay, but let's go into the chasing frequency. This is what we don't want. Okay, this is where many of you might be right now. Okay, what we need to understand when we are chasing. Look at this dynamic. Okay, you're moving towards something. Okay, why would we be doing this? We're trying to get something, right? We're chasing it. It's going to be running away inevitably. Like again, nothing is just going to lie there if you're chasing it. It's going to be running away. So right off the bat, if you're chasing something, it's moving away from you. Okay. Again, man, but you can shift this however you want. Okay. This could be your money, your clients, whatever it is. Okay. What you're chasing, what you're avoiding, chasing is avoidance. So you're standing in this one spot, something doesn't feel good, so you start chasing something that you think is going to feel better. This is what you're doing. The way that we stop chasing is to stop running from ourselves, stop avoiding ourselves, stop avoiding the emotions, the things that we don't want to feel, to actually meet ourselves in the way that we want a man to meet us and feel what's going on here and actually find union with ourselves. So again, think of this mirrored reality. You are chasing this thing, you're avoiding yourself, you're running from yourself, trying to get this thing outside of you. What are most of the men doing when you're chasing him? He's avoiding you. He's not answering your calls. He's busy. He's got boys' nights ahead of you. He's got this. He's got that. He's not sure. His Tinder bio, I hope none of you are on Tinder, but his Hinge profile says he wants something serious. And then in front of you, after 3 dates, he says he's not ready. What's going on here, right? What's happening? Well, we're moving like this, and their mirrored reality, the response is he's going to be avoiding you because you are avoiding you. Okay? And I'm going to answer questions. I'm going to take breaks because I get really at times lost, but keep them coming and then I'll go and answer them. Okay? So chasing doesn't have to just be an action. It's any time we're trying to get an outcome. Now, again, chasing, is this masculine or feminine? It's like a hunter, right? We're chasing something. It's masculine. You're doing, you're moving towards something. You're outcome driven. You want to get his attention. You want him to choose you. You want him to commit to you. You want him to message you. You're chasing something, okay? You're in your masculine energy. Now, I want you to imagine you, beautiful goddess woman on this Zoom, are sitting here in your being, and then this part of you is chasing. He can't see you. He can't feel you because all he sees is the energy of this grabby energy of trying to get something, acting unbothered, right? Acting unbothered, pretending not to care, not texting him when you actually want to text him, but you're not texting him to get him to choose you is chasing. That's tomorrow's post, okay? You're all surprised. You're all gonna know tomorrow's post, okay? Not texting him is chasing. That's the post, okay? Like, because you're doing it out of fear. You're doing it out of trying to get something, right? You're doing it from lack, emptiness, okay? Now, men, although there's a lot of beliefs in the world and we break these down in union in week 1, a lot of us are taught through TV, our parents, that men are like dumb. Look at Homer Simpson, right? Like we're literally like Family Guy, like we're literally like just bombarded with imagery that like men are like incapable, stupid, dumb, annoying, cheaters, da da da, all these things. It's not true, okay? This is what we're like under a spell, a societal spell. And then women raise sons with these belief systems, create men. It's super sad, okay? So they're not dumb. They're actual masters at feeling. Anytime you've been abandoned by a man when you were in self-abandonment, that's mastery on his end. He's like feeling that you are just not in alignment with yourself, that you are not true. Like he can feel energy so deeply. He won't even be able to tell you how he knows what he knows. But his consciousness knows you're guarded, you're closed. There's no way he's going to be able to get in. He can feel it. They're literal masters at feeling. That's his job, okay? So much smarter than we realize. So you don't have to be physically doing anything. He can feel your energy. This hot and cold behavior that you all see from men, he's in and out, in and out. He's responding to you opening your heart, and then when he doesn't do exactly what you want him to do, closing. And then you open because he called you exactly when you wanted him to call. So you open up and you're so sweet and you're soft and you feel trusting. And then, you don't hear from him 3 days, close. That's he's mirroring you, okay? So yeah, that one hits, eh? Let me read the comments, then I'll keep going. Okay. Up and down. Someone said this is such a radical new approach. Yeah, it is. It's why I was crying today, because I was like, I love my work so much, and it is like my life's work, and it is like being seen on such a deep level, and I'm just so grateful to have like all of you here, because literally like you're all gonna meet these like beautiful, epic, amazing men, and you're gonna believe in like real love again, and that just makes me so, so happy. Okay, I love all the compliments. I'm like, I will receive them. I also want to read the more serious comments. I'm like, okay. I feel like I'm not avoiding myself. I just can't find her. Ooh, I bet you so many women can resonate with this. I asked myself, what would I do if no one saw it? What do I like that isn't influenced by anyone else? And I don't know, because it's pretty much all shaped by other people and has always been. Hoping to have some tips. Yeah, that is really big. I'm going to keep this for the end, okay? Oh, I can't even copy it. Oh, I can copy it. Okay, let me just make a note, because I do want to answer some questions at the end. And that is like such an amazing, that's like a great, great question, because I think that the majority of the time, sometimes my content can feel a little confronting, but it's like, hey, but I don't know how to find these parts of myself. Like she's so repressed, she's so buried that it's like, it's not that you don't want to be in alignment with her. It's not that you don't want to choose her. You're just so disconnected from her that you don't even know who she is, right? A friend keeps sending me that kind of men are useless content, and I asked her to stop. I don't want to affirm that to myself. 100%. We have to set boundaries. In union, we like love and respect men. Obviously, we have moments where we laugh and things like that, but like we love and respect men and we shift our beliefs like that. Okay, it's very hard for me as I'm very hot and cold. Yes. Yes. Human, I love you so much. You can be hot and cold. And you're working on it. Okay. So let's keep going. Part one here. Okay. So the three like hidden masks of chasing, I would say there's like three pretty clear ones when we're chasing. The obvious one is like the pick me. That would be like the easiest one, right? Like you want to be chosen, you're like the pick me, like he wants to watch a samurai movie, you watch it even though you hate it. Like, you're like just, yeah, I love sports. Like I love beer. No, you don't. Like you don't like these things. You like makeup, you like dressing up. Stop. That's the pick me, okay? It's okay. I used to be a pick me. So again, there's no shame, okay, ever. The performer, right? So we're like performing, we're trying to prove our worth, we're doing things to like show him. It's like you could have a PowerPoint to like show him that you are worth choosing, right? And then we have the new kind of black cat unbothered. This is like a trend right now, the black cat unbothered energy. This is the pretending we don't care. We're gonna pretend like we don't care to get him to care more, to play this type of game. Super confusing to me because I don't know what type of marriage people think that they're going to enter when you're pretending not to care just to get him to care. Like, how long is that going to hold up? Like a lifetime? Like, that's exhausting. Imagine a whole lifetime of like literally like unbothered, don't care. Like, that just sucks. So, yes. Yeah, I'm gonna, on my bio, it's gonna say anti black cat. Honestly, you being against the black hat energy is what made me sign up. I love that. Yeah, I'm just so over it. I get it and I get where it comes from, but I'm just like over it. It's not helping us collectively at all. It's actually a really deep sign of collective wounding and pain and also desires of the feminine. There's such a clear collective desire of women to have a loyal golden retriever, kind, loving man, which inevitably stems from all the trauma that so many women have experienced with men, which is so rightful, right? Like, so it's like, again, like my like disdain for the black cat stuff is also just like so deeply understood. Like for a lot of you may have done this whole black cat thing. I know it stems from A, women want loyalty, they want a good man. B, they don't want to keep being hurt anymore, right? So, okay. So let's check into our bodies because my work is very much in our body as well. So chasing, right? We just want to understand. So part one, we're talking about chasing, what it looks like. So it doesn't have to be action. It can just be in vibration. You're trying to get something. Okay. The kind of loop, I didn't say this, the kind of loop that chasing can bring you into, there's a lot of shame likely, a lot of panic, a lot of anxiety, right? We're doing things to try to get something. We post a story, we post a third strap, we send them a message, hey, how's it going? Whatever. Or we don't do anything. We go into complete freeze mode, unbothered, not going to message him, nothing, don't hear from him for days, even though you have such a deep desire to send him a really funny meme or just connect with him as like a normal human being. But you're afraid to just connect with him because what if he leaves, right? Because that's the pattern. And we're going to go into the root, okay? And then we wait, and then we start going into that anxious spell, likely, and then you start to make yourself even smaller, right? And this is what's happening is you, the true you, is just getting smaller and smaller and smaller underneath all of these masks where he cannot see you or feel you. If you're feeling anxious and you're pretending you're unbothered, he can't see and feel you. You're actually far better off telling a man, hey, I feel a lot of anxiety when I don't hear from you. You're better off telling a man that than pretending like you don't care. Because at least he can feel you and see you and actually get to know you, right? So let's feel into our bodies. We're all just going to close our eyes. Okay, obviously if you're driving, don't do this. Okay, clearly. Okay, let's all just close our eyes. I just want you to breathe, trust, know that you're exactly where you need to be. And I want you to feel into your body what comes up when you are not being chosen. What are the feelings that come up? like feelings. I feel sad. I feel unworthy. I feel not good enough. Feelings. Maybe name 2 to 3. Just feel into your body. What does it feel like when you're not being chosen? So someone says scared, sad, alone, anger and sadness. Yeah, anger. Yeah, and these are all so real and so valid. Not enough, confusion. Yeah, misunderstood. Yeah, that's a really big one. Sad, worried, questioning, alone, directionless. Hope, that's good for eventually being chosen. Anger, because I know they want to and are not. Yeah, that's a big one. That's hard when we can have that discernment. Yeah, and what we're seeing, like you did something wrong. Okay, that's really big, Rose. These are also real, and I'm pretty sure that everyone watching this can resonate with all of this. And what we're tapping into here is very deep, unmet childhood wounds, kind of trapped. Like I'm screaming and no one can hear. Yeah, rejection is the worst pain. Yeah, these are so big, right? Like I just have so much love and compassion for each and every single one of you because these are the feelings that are there, and this is the root of your chasing. This is the root. And when we really like dig deep, what it really is it's a little girl, your inner girl inside of you that has all of these deep unmet needs. And now she's looking to have them met through the man that she's chasing. So we can just have so much love and so much compassion for her because think of like a little 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-year-old little girl. She has no idea what she's doing. All she knows is that she has all of these really big feelings: rejection, feeling like she did something wrong, confusion, being misunderstood, anger, you name it. Doesn't know how to feel them, obviously, because she's a child. And so now she's running and chasing to appease and cope with these feelings, right? Someone else said, I feel resentful of myself because I know I've created this, not through not being enough, but through the dynamic I've created. Yeah, and now today we get to love ourselves through this. This is something that we talk about in union all the time is quick. You got to be quick to forgive yourself, really fast to forgive yourself because you are every moment doing the absolute best you could possibly know how to do in every moment. You didn't know what you didn't know. So if you're in a situation right now where you're like, man, why did I put myself in that situation? It's okay. You didn't know what you didn't know. And now you know, and you're going to do better, right? So we have to really love ourselves through this and be really compassionate and really gentle. We have to give ourselves the love that we ultimately likely didn't receive as little girls. That's really what we're being asked to do all the time, is to become the mother, father that we never had, right? How does it relate to Okay, hold on. How does it relate to the trauma of growing up without a father who decided to leave and not raise you? So that was my trauma as well. My dad just like left when I was 3. And never didn't he no one talked to me about it. No one said anything. Most of my childhood, I don't have a lot of memories because it was just not nice. It wasn't a good childhood. And that's what I was chasing. That and my mom's approval are chasing, just because this is going to be like for you all, just because you're relating to a man doesn't mean that it's father issues. I would almost say that like mother issues are far more insidious. Mother issues, the girls in union can tell you, mother issues come up all the time, almost more than father issues. And so again, this could definitely be you chasing the father's love. And it could also be even a mom that's not present, a mom that doesn't approve of you, that's rejecting you. The mother's rejection is deep because she's literally the one person in the entire world that's meant to approve of you and accept you and love you unconditionally. So there's like so much depth to that pain there, right? And then someone says, I struggle with self-forgiveness. Yeah, it is not easy, right? But our relationship with ourselves is the only relationship, like you are going to be basically married, right? Union, married to yourself for the rest of your life. You're going to spend your entire life with yourself. So whether you like it or not, you have to figure out how to live with yourself, how to deal with yourself, how to forgive yourself, or else it's going to be a really shitty relationship, right? So this is what we have to remind ourselves. And sometimes that battle of forgiveness can be really intense. Like, but you did this thing and I resent you for it. And it's like, great, but we got to live together. It's like literal, like the truest marriage you will ever have is you and you. It's super beautiful. Like super like, ah, so frustrating, right? So, okay, the root of chasing. So, and then I'll read these last two comments and we'll get into it. My mom was avoidant and that can create a big need for oxytocin. Yeah, went into very early puberty. That's common. Interesting. That's super interesting. I did not know that. And yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And then abused by the mother and created shame and guilt. Yeah, that actually was a topic in union today, was that. And I'm so sorry because that is a lot to heal and navigate. And like ultimately, I think the reason why all of this Black Cat energy, get the guy content is so fun and exciting is because it's like a checklist and you just got to do this and then you're going to get the guy. And in my work, I'm like, all right, ladies, let's go back to the root and actually heal all of the things that you actually need to heal to move forward in your life, to be happy, fulfilled, to become the woman that you're truly here to be, and finally be free from all of this baggage. And it's deep. And a lot of people don't want to do this work. They'd rather just download the free PDF, get the guy, where I'm like, okay, let's actually get more than the guy. Let's create your entire dream life, create fulfillment, joy, confidence, happiness from the inside out, rid you of all of this. And so you can finally be happy and not just have the guy, but have all of it, right? But it's like, it's harder and it's deeper. Okay, the root of our chasing. So all of you said your own root. This is why this work is so deep and nuanced and why I can't just come in and say, this is how you heal chasing. Because did each and every single one of you had a different feeling. Some was anger, some was sadness, some was rejection, which means that you have to heal your own unique, like chasing blueprint, right? You're all going to have different layers, different ways you're going about it. Some of you are going to perform, some of you go like ghost and unbothered, right? Some of you go into the pick me energy. You're all so unique, right? So it's really important for us to be aware of our own internal energetics, our own wounding. But generally speaking, chasing comes from the fear of being alone. We're afraid of being abandoned, right? We're afraid of just being with ourselves. And we're afraid of not being chosen and what that would mean, right? We've associated being chosen with being worthy, being enough, things like that. So again, it's not that you want to be chosen, it's that you want what's underneath being chosen. Oh, if I'm finally chosen, I'm going to feel like I'm enough. If I'm finally chosen, I'm going to feel worthy. So it's not being chosen that you want, it's that thing underneath. What would being chosen make you feel? Safe, relief, secure, enough, worthy, deserving, whatever it is. It's going to be different for each and every single one of you. Okay. Now, the chasing energy, it's not that you're needy, it's that you, like we're saying, it's unmet needs, unmet childhood trauma. It's like so simple, so clear. Again, not easy, but it's simple and clear, right? So it's this 100%, and we're going to get into that. Okay. Now, the thing is that it stems from this part of you that either feels empty, unworthy, you name it. So think of this energy right now. In order to receive love, you have to stop moving, stop doing. Imagine I'm walking really fast and you're trying to give me something. Like I'm moving like this, doing, and you're trying to give me this water. I can't receive it. I can't receive it. The masculine doesn't receive, the feminine does. The feminine is our being. So you have to stop moving to receive the love. The issue is that when you are chasing and you stop moving, is when you feel not good enough, alone, unworthy, undeserving, etc., rejected, etc., etc. These are all like these inner blocks to receiving love. Because when you stop moving, what you're feeling and the reason you feel anxiety, the reason you feel good, the reason you feel like you have to message him is because you don't want to feel those feelings. And even if you were not doing anything in that moment, and I was like, I love you so much, I think you're so beautiful, you would not receive it. Why? Because you don't feel worthy of it. You don't feel good enough for it. You don't feel deserving of it. Because you've been conditioned that you have to work for it, that you have to do. This is the chasing energy. Does this make sense? I know this is really deep. Okay, so this is what's happening. So your nervous system has been conditioned to do and move and take action in order to be worthy and good enough and all of these things. Most of us as little girls, how did we find our worth? Good grades, being really good at sports, being the best ballerina, whatever it is, bringing, I know for my mom, it was I'd bring an A-, and it would be like, do better next time. I literally was like A+ student all the time, like all the time, because that was how I received love. If I was just being, I wasn't receiving love, right? And it's like that's where the conditioning comes from, where we feel like we're not good enough, like we're unworthy, like we're this, like we're that, like there's something wrong with us. We did something wrong. My dad left, I must have done something wrong. And then you feel ashamed of who you are at the core. So then you build up this persona, you build a business, you build a social media, you have the perfect body, you do this, you do that, you hide under your makeup, you hide under everything to avoid those feelings that you don't want to feel, right? We do all of these things. And now we're so far from who we actually are. We've got the mask of the career. We've got the mask of the beauty. We've got the mask of the things that you're meant to like in order to be wanted by the guy, right? There's like all these things. Like I knew that like for a long time I was rejecting so much of my femininity because in high school the guys liked the girls that didn't wear makeup. Like all that stupid, like that pick me stuff. You know what I mean? Like we all do this crazy stuff and it's so layered and it starts when we're so young. We start doing the things for mom to pick us, for mom to love us, for dad to love us. And now you have this whole persona over here. And we wonder why no man is choosing us or falling in love with us, claiming us or anything. A, he can't see you. He can't feel you. He can't connect to you. You aren't even connecting. You're over here. You're this this entirely different person. And you're so disconnected from yourself, which this gap here, that disconnection from yourself, is the gap between you and your person, FYI. This is like super deep energetics. I am giving you all so much on this masterclass. It's crazy, okay? This is the gap between you and your person. When you close this gap and actually become emotionally available, find union with your true self, that's when you find your person, okay? This is the journey. This is union. This is what we do in union, okay? This is what we're breaking. This is the root. So it's not that when we're chasing, it's not that we're afraid. I mean, you're afraid of being hurt. But what you're mostly afraid of is you're afraid to finally be seen for who you truly are. This little girl, if we go way back in time, the one who, before the mask, before the performance, before everything, the one who was rejected by mom and dad, whatever it was, you're afraid to be seen as her and still not be chosen, still not be good enough, still not be worthy, still not be whatever it is. This is super deep. I have clients at times who they know they want to get their dream body, but they hold on to the weight because they're scared that if they lose the weight and they still get rejected, they won't be able to handle that rejection. Because it feels so much safer for them to say, he rejected me because my body's not perfect. I live in LA, he rejected me because I'm 30 pounds overweight. She's actually, that one specific client has dropped all the weight and she met her man, okay? But it's like, it was super terrifying to drop the weight and then to start dating and be like, now if they reject me, they're literally rejecting the true me. You need to be okay with that, right? But again, we're going to go into what it actually is to look like to choose ourselves because you won't care if a man rejects you because there is no rejection, okay? Let me answer this because I think that this is super important. So we're emotionally unavailable to ourselves. That's why we don't know ourselves. Yes. Yes, Rose, good job. That is exactly, emotional unavailability is like a core foundation of my work. It really is. And it used to be like a really big topic on my page. However, like I said, this chasing topic just went like crazy. So we just like ran with it, but it's emotional unavailability. That's like the root of my work. And now chasing is like this new aspect of it as well. We're emotionally unavailable to ourselves. And this is why you attract emotionally unavailable men that are unable to commit to you and meet you. And the second, and I see it even in my own partnership, I see it with my clients. When you open, he opens. It's so beautiful, honestly. Okay, we're gonna do another little inner child. Well, this time we're gonna do an inner child kind of activation. Okay, so we're doing teaching mixed with embodiment. So we're gonna close our eyes again. Okay, we're gonna take it in chunks because I know this work can be a lot. Okay, so everyone's just gonna close your eyes. And then in your mind's eye, so like when you close your eyes in front of you, I want you to imagine your inner child. Whatever age comes up is the perfect age. Do not question this. If she's 2, great. If she's 12, that's still your inner child. Whatever inner child comes up is perfect, okay? You're just gonna breathe into your body, breathe into your heart, bring awareness down into your womb, like really come into your body here. And I want the first answer. First answer. And we're gonna trust the first answer our unconscious mind gives us. Which part of you is afraid that no one will ever stay if they see the real you? Which part of you is afraid of this? Maybe it'll be like the part that doesn't feel worthy, the part that doesn't feel good enough, the part that thinks that there's something wrong with her. Which part of you doesn't think that anyone would stay if they saw the real you? Okay, now just, you can open your eyes, be with what came up. I know this is deep, ladies. We are building such an intimate container here. I feel like there's so much moving for everyone. So which part? Yeah. What part? And your mind. Yeah. And the unconscious mind speaks in pictures, symbols, metaphors. There's no right or wrong. So all of my clients, sometimes my clients, it's like that, like literal physical part in their body. Other clients, it's like this, the part that wants attention. Um, the part who's needy, the one who actually wants to connect and love. Somebody said, I literally got nothing. I just cried when I saw my inner child. Yeah, I'm sending you so much love. My sex, yeah. The part that doesn't feel desirable. Wow. Felt it in my belly too. The part that believes something is wrong with me. Your heart. Yeah, these are all so big. These are the parts that are scared that if you were to be fully yourself in front of a man, that he wouldn't want you. So the deeper question that we have to ask ourselves here is, can you choose this part of yourself? Can you love this part of yourself? Someone says the part that's too vulnerable. Can you choose this part of yourself? Can you love her? Can you want to be with her? Because if you can't, no one can. Yeah, I can write that in the chat. So question would be, can you love and choose this part of you? Again, our external reality really does mirror our stuff, right? The part that tries to be perfect and a good girl. Yeah. Oh, which part? Yeah, here. Which part? Which part is afraid no one will stay if they meet the real me? Emotional self. Yeah. I think that we have so much judgment around our emotions. Like our society just wants these like weird robotic, like our emotions are what make us so beautiful and incredible. And it's even, again, I can go on so many tangents, but look at the 1500s, 16, 17, 1800s. Look at the clothing we wore. Look at the architecture, castles and this and that. Now look at everything. Simple box architecture. There's no feminine in anything anymore. Everything is practical, straight line. There's no art. There's no creativity. It's this destruction of the feminine. Oh, okay. My situationship literally just messaged me. Feels a frequency. I feel like I have to screenshot that because that's so great. Oh my goodness, you know what I wanted to do as well, and I totally forgot. I wanted to do like a little, I'll say it at the end. It's okay. Well, somebody remind me. I wanted to do like a little like contest, like share this on your story and you could win like a month of content in the Dream Girl library. Okay, it's like our library with like so much different. There's literally like videos upon videos and trainings and all these things. I kind of want to do that. I didn't think of it. It wasn't in my notes, but I'm like, if you share this on your story, tag me, share this on your story, maybe block off names, do it in a way, or share me, whatever. You'll be entered in this little contest that I just decided while I was at the gym today, and we'll do a little draw, and we'll find someone. You'll get Dream Girl library access. It's amazing. Okay. So oh, very childlike part of me too, who gets excited for anything. It feels like I'm too childish. I see, I won't say the names, just like protect privacy, but like I see your photo and you just look so vibrant and so alive and so beautiful. And it's just like, oh my gosh, any man who doesn't want you or love you for that is just like out of his mind. Like, and again, this is what the frequency we're gonna get you to, okay? The part of me that doesn't feel good enough or intelligent enough. Yes. Yeah, those are so real, right? Oh, okay. These are the roots. Now you all have some newfound awareness of what's actually making you do like this whole contortion type chasing thing to get love and to ultimately not feel these feelings. Okay. So now we're going to go into like being chosen, the truth of being chosen, what it is to be chosen. Okay. This is such a crazy experience. I have like all these notes and like every time I do a masterclass like this, I go through deeper initiation of my own stuff. Like if you just, if you come and work with me in union or whatever, you will see the girls know I'm consistently growing, evolving, shifting with them. We're all on this journey together. It's like the work doesn't stop, and I'm consistently being initiated deeper and higher and all of the different things, right? Yes, definitely. Um, and the experience of being chosen, like this masterclass activated and initiated something so deep in me. And my partner and I have achieved like crazy new levels of intimacy and depth since like launching this masterclass, which was so wild. And then even my page, everything has just been really embodying the energy of like being chosen. Like everything is, I just feel so chosen. And this is a feeling that I honestly didn't know at all. I didn't know this feeling at all. And I could almost cry talking about it because, like, you think you want a man to choose you, and it's like, there's a mini course being dropped literally right after this. It's called The Chosen Frequency. Okay. You think you want a man to, and we go so deep into all of this. Okay. It's literally for you guys, it's going to be $29 Canadian, $21. Okay. You think you want a man to choose you, and you think you want, even in union today, oh my gosh, some of the union girls are here. They know we had a crazy, crazy call about being seen. We think it's the outside. We think we want them to choose us. We think we want them to see us. We think we want them to be proud of us. It's not. It's not. And the level of depth and teaching and energetics that I'm bringing to this masterclass is literally going to like rock you and shake you to the core. This is like a whole other level spiritual expansion that you have likely not touched yet. This is why you're here. Okay. There's a reason why so many of you signed up. I've never had so many signups, and it's because feminine consciousness is ready for this. I have chills. You think it's from out there. It's not. What you want, what you've been waiting for, is you to finally choose yourself above all else. That is the safety and the security that you want and need. You could be married, he could leave. You could have the best job, they could fire you. You could have whatever it is. It is all temporary. It is not real. What's real is you. What's real is your relationship with yourself. What's real is your experience. When we are in love with a man, you think you're feeling his love. You are feeling your own love. You are feeling yourself. When you are closed off to a man, you are closing off your own faucet of love. You are not punishing him by not opening up to him. You're not punishing him by not loving him. You are hurting yourself by not allowing yourself to experience the vastness of life and love that is literally available inside of you. There is no limitation to the love and the everything that we can experience internally. It's this illusion that we're caught up in. So this energy of being chosen, it's so crazy because when you're finally chosen, you're like, oh my goodness, you're in front of a man, and when he fully claims you and fully chooses you, you're like, wow, I can just be myself finally. I don't have to be scared of him leaving, of him walking away, of him abandoning me. I can finally just surrender and soften. And it's so crazy because that comes when you finally are okay with him leaving him. Like, you're okay with him leaving. You're okay with being alone. When you're no longer afraid of a man leaving you, you can be yourself. When you're no longer in need of him choosing you or not, you can be yourself. You don't need him to do this for you. And if anything, in my work, he won't do it until you actually do it. The feminine frequency goes first. The masculine is only in the lead in the 3D world. The feminine energy goes first. You have to choose yourself before he ever can. And you choose yourself by deciding, this is what I want, this is what I need, I'm not going to settle for less. I would rather choose myself, my inner girl, than a relationship with this guy. And somebody just said, what is yourself? If you cannot conceptualize yourself, your deep, because yourself is in my world, capital S self, your work, your child, your fitness. It's, my whole thing, becoming your own dream girl, it's like literally pursuing yourself, which is like your inner feminine, your desires, your heart, what lights you up. That's yourself. It's your feminine. Okay. And it's like your own inner masculine pursues your feminine. Well, again, they're not really external because it's like your purpose and your inner fulfillment is internal, right? Like, yeah, you're pursuing your feminine. I guess it's external, but like your health, your joy, your creativity, your passion, your heart, you're protecting her, you're cherishing her, you're putting her first. It is internal, but the masculine is doing this externally, okay? If you can't conceptualize yourself as the feminine, look at your inner child. You need to be able to choose your inner child, protect her above all costs, put her above everything else, above the relationship with him. If he comes in and he's threatening your inner child's peace and happiness and joy and comfort, bye, swipe left. That's what choosing yourself looks like. What your inner girl has been waiting for is literally for you to finally go, oh my gosh, I have this aspect within myself that I've been neglecting, abandoning, rejecting, tossing to the wolves just to get this guy's attention. I'm willing to choose him above her. This is why she feels so crappy and her life is the way that it is. And she's just waiting for you to finally turn yourself, looking inwards and go, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I didn't know you were there, and reclaim her. That's what she's waiting for. That's what choosing yourself looks like. Now, when you can do this, imagine energetically, you choose this part of yourself. You choose yourself above the relationship, above the man. Not in like this weird pedestalized goddess men are trash way that like some feminine lineages teach, right? There are like lineages of femininity that teach like this like goddess, like men, you know what I mean? But like it seems very like they use words like Shakti energy and they're like super feminine, but it's very like it's a little distorted, not in that sense. In the sense that we love him and we'd love to have him in our life, but you're not going to choose him and the connection and relationship above your heart, soul, and needs. And a man cannot choose your heart, soul, and needs if you haven't chosen yours, right? Okay, let me read some of these comments. You're able to access, yeah, I know I talk fast. You will have the recording after. We'll send it within 24 hours. I experienced this for the first time today when I sent the message and I was like, I don't need him to choose me anymore because I just feel like I've chosen myself for the first time. I felt so good. It was so new and beautiful. Yeah. And you felt so good. Like that's the feeling that you're after, right? And it doesn't matter how he responds because you're like, wow, I chose myself. I said the thing that I wanted to say. I was in my truth. I chose me. Choosing you looks like sharing your true vulnerability with him. You're choosing yourself above him. If you're feeling anxious and something happened and you're like, oh, I need his support right now, and you call him at work and you're like, hey, I'm feeling really anxious and like I would love if you could just like take a minute to like just breathe with me. Okay, that might feel like super terrifying for some of you. Okay, I know that old me would have been like, oh my gosh, I could never ask a man to do that because I would be scared that I would be like too much and like a burden and he would abandon me. No, no, no. He'll abandon you if you consistently abandon yourself. Most men, if you come in like that, soft like that, will be like, yeah, babe, what's up? Like, I'm here for you. Or he'll be like, I'm really busy at work right now, but I love you. And like, let me come back and chat with you later, whatever it is, right? You chose yourself above the relationship. You were like, hey, a man might abandon me for this. He might think I'm too much. He might think I'm too emotional. He might think I'm needy. I'm anxious. I'm annoying. He might think all of these things. I don't care because I'd rather choose myself. I'm choosing myself. That's what choosing yourself looks like, right? I think I answered the self question. Yeah, like being able to make yourself happy and not even just happy, just like fulfilling your own needs, choosing your needs, your comfort, your peace, your safety above everything else. It's like you have to become like a parent to your inner self. Strangely, this is resonating a lot with my work at the moment. Almost quit my job yesterday to choose myself and be an artist full. I won't say names, but this person here, careful because you've entered my world. And I used to have a lot of memes on my page that was like, no one in the office space likes me because I convince everyone to quit their job and start a business. I'm like, oh, you almost quit your job? What is the last thing that I need to say to make you fully quit and start your career as an artist? It scares the shit out of me, but I can see now that I'm not choosing myself fully in any areas. Yeah, I just want to come in here and like really hit you all with something so deep, okay? You're all listening to this and you're all having a lot of awareness, okay? Have you ever been in a relationship with a man where you're like, this really hurts me? Yeah, bosses hate me. Have you ever been in a relationship with a man where you're like, this really hurts me? You tell him and he keeps doing it. Isn't that the worst type of relationship? You're like, this really hurts me. I feel sad. I feel hurt. I feel betrayed. And he keeps doing it. That is not love. That is not what someone taking you into consideration. That is emotional unavailability and that is neglect and abandonment at that point. If they didn't know the first time, it can be forgiven. They didn't know. But then if they keep doing it over and over and you've shared repeatedly, this is hurting me, and they keep doing it, that's not love. That's not kindness. That's not cherishment. That's not, you should not be available for that, right? Okay, this is what happens internally with ourselves when we find awareness that these things are hurting us and yet we don't do anything to change it. This is a relationship you could have. This is what happens if you realize, oh my gosh, being in this situationship breaks my heart. And you have the awareness today. If you have this awareness, and I'm not here to like be a Debbie Downer, I'm here to sometimes like smack some, loving mother sense into you. That's like my energy, okay? If you're having awareness right now and you continue to do it, you are like those guys who don't care about you. And you are just hurting yourself more and more and more. And when people earlier were talking about self-forgiveness, it is much harder. It is easy to forgive yourself after one time. It is much harder to forgive yourself of 5 years of knowing that you had to leave the relationship but didn't want to and stayed, things like that, right? So we have to be aware that, again, these relationship dynamics are going on internally. So don't let this be a masterclass. I should have said this at the beginning, but don't let this be a masterclass where you get all this newfound awareness and then do absolutely nothing about it. That's not my work. In my world, we do the hard things, we show up for ourselves, we rebuild the relationship with ourselves. If we ask for forgiveness from ourselves, it's because we're going to do differently, right? We forgive, it's because we trust that the person's going to do differently. Okay? I wanted to say that because, yeah, to the person who's saying it scares me to quit my job, it's scary. And also, now you're fully aware that this does not make you happy. Okay, so you're actually amazing. I love you. You're amazing. Someone else said that they struggle with the career aspect. It's hard. And I want to give everyone compassion and grace because it's hard. It's hard. This is why most people don't have the life that they want or the love that they want or all the different things, because most people don't want to do the hard work. But then we wonder why we're with a guy who can't do the hard work of just having a 10-minute conversation with you about something that hurt you, right? It's like we want a man to create this deep emotional connection who's like, oh my gosh, babe, tell me, I'm here. And go to those depths with us and have this super deep, passionate relationship, intimate, but then we don't want to do it with ourselves, right? Because that's hard for a man. It's hard for a man to show up, to open his heart, to be vulnerable. Super challenging. It can be really challenging for men because men have such a deep, innate need to cover and protect and cherish their woman, their empire, their family. Like that's everything to him. This is a man's like Achilles tendon. This is everything to him. Do not let them convince you that men are not, they are committed. They will die for their woman. This is so hard. This is intense for him to open up to you. So you also have to be willing to do that, right? Okay, because of all this, sometimes now I don't even know if I really do want to be with him, or is it that I want to be chosen? I don't know how to tell now. That's okay. This is good. This is good because these are good questions to be asking ourselves, right? To be going deeper. Like we want to ask ourselves these questions to actually get to the root of it and to know, right? Someone says, mic drop. He'll abandon you if you continuously abandon yourself. Sharing vulnerability seems to scare away avoidance, though. I am like an expert at loving avoidance. I am like a retired avoidant to an extreme, and my partner is also like what I would call like he's like a recovering avoidant. Like I feel like he's like very not he's like a little percentage left, and it is a challenge. It is challenge. Okay, it is challenging to express emotions to an avoidant. There are ways to go about it. um it's not an easy path. It's worth it if you really love the person, but like you have to be willing to actually like do a lot of work. I'm not going to say like he and I laugh. He's like, yeah, of course God gave me like a relationship coach as a partner because he's like no other woman would like actually be like studying, like trying to figure out how to communicate with me in a way that feels safe, you know? Like we do laugh about that, but like also sometimes I'm like, why? Why is this my reality? But I'm like, dang it, he's so hot and amazing and I love him so much and this sucks. Yeah. Okay. I have so many things here. Yeah, it hurts. That's not love. Yes, I stayed for far too long expecting him to get it. If you stay because you know that the reason they're not fully ready to commit is because you haven't opened up your and you're being, oh my goodness. Okay, if you stay with a man who's not ready to commit, you are emotionally unavailable. Period. Staying with a man who's not committing to you is emotional unavailability. You're perpetuating super deep wounds. The only way, like, emoji eyes, emoji eyes. We do not wait. I need commitment. I need devotion. I need marriage. I need this. I need that. Give yourself a time limit. You do not force him into it. I feel so unworthy knowing that we are together and that you cannot fully commit to me. I feel not good enough. I feel this. I feel that. I don't want to feel this way. I want to be cherished. I want to be devoted to. I want to build my life with you. I need commitment. What do you think about this? This is what we present to him. Oh, I don't know. I can't. Walk away. Give him 8 weeks. He will likely, when you choose yourself and walk away, he will likely, that's usually when men do this all the time, by the way. This is Dr. Pat Allen's work. Men do this all the time, by the way. They all do this. They all push back. There's an aspect of themselves. We love them. There's an aspect of him that wants to raise into higher consciousness. There's a part of him that wants to go higher, that wants you to call him higher. There's another part of him that wants to stay down here. So he'll push for down here. It's your job to go, absolutely not, sir. You and I both know you're up here. I love that you're still crying and LOLing at the same time. That's the vibe. Okay. He needs you to call him up here. So when you do, that's your initiation to walk away from a man that you probably really love. You love him, but you're like, hey, I need to choose myself above him. You choose yourself above him. Guess what? He's likely going to choose you because you finally chose yourself above him. And now he can actually trust you to be his woman because now he can trust that you're going to call him out, that you're going to call him up into king. No man wants, like, only weak Men want to be with these like women that allow them down here. True kings want a queen. They want a woman that doesn't tolerate his bullshit, that calls him up, right? And like, and when you're calling him up, you're not criticizing him, you're not anything. It's like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? You're so much better than this. What is this? Like, like that's how we call them up. Like, you're a money maker. You're a millionaire. You are so good at this stuff. You are so good at your work. You are so, this is how I like worked with my avoidant partner. You are so good at managing your emotions. You are so good at communicating. I'm like, babe, I just need a 5-minute conversation and you are so good at communicating. We can do this. That's like how I literally like created the ability for, I'm like, what do you mean? He would like come in. Everyone tells me I don't know how to love. You're so good at loving. I love your love. Like that was like what I was doing, you know? He spent his whole life being told he's fucked up, can't love, closed heart, da da da. And I'm like, I love your love. I kiss his heart. I love your love. I love your heart. Oh my gosh, that makes a man just like, right, like, you know, they like become like all like amazing because like they finally feel loved. Like, holy, right? Like, gosh, these men are so beautiful. They literally just need like a back rub and like someone to actually see them and like believe in them, right? Um, if your job makes you feel unworthy, is that not choosing yourself? Yeah, no, no. Again, I don't want you all to go quit your jobs and then DM me tomorrow and be like, I don't know how to make money and all this stuff. So like, I don't want that. But just like let this stuff hit deep, okay, ladies? Um, Somebody said I'm enjoying learning about nonviolent communication. I think it could work well for expressing feelings with avoidance. Yeah, you know what? It's interesting because, and I won't go too deep into it, but like in union, we learn about feminine communication, but avoidance are kind of the only ones that we actually have to come in like more, a little bit more logically because the emotions just really overwhelm them a little bit, you know? But then over time, it does get better. Okay, so we've gone over um, like what chasing looks like, the root of chasing, okay? We've gone over what being chosen looks like, right? Um, so again, I'll just make sure I'm like tapping into my notes here. So when you are in an energy of being chosen, you know your worth, you're good on your own because you're not alone. This is a reframe. You are with yourself. You're with yourself, hand in hand, married to yourself, in union with yourself. You're choosing yourself. You've got your back. You will always be with yourself. You will never be alone in this world because you will always have yourself. What a beautiful thought to have, right? Like you will always have yourself. So beautiful. Okay? You're going to choose yourself above all else. Because when we're chasing and doing all of these things, we're in self-abandonment, we're in a form of manipulation, right? Because we're trying to get something, we're putting on a mask, all these things, we're playing games. Again, it's all unconscious. And ultimately, real love requires truth, vulnerability, depth, connection, right? And it starts with ourselves, okay? So letting go of the chasing is letting go of the need to feel like we have to work, we have to do, we have to try, we have to pretend, we have to perform, and just actually being so in alignment with ourselves and knowing that we are so worthy and so lovable exactly as we are and choosing moment by moment to share the truth of yourself with the world. Not the wounds, the truth of you, right? So the solution here is not strategy. I can't give you a PDF. I can't give you anything that's going to help you just do this checklist. It's about embodiment. It's about literally going into your body and again, moment by moment, being true, choosing yourself, your feminine, your truth, your depth, your emotions, your too emotional part, your too needy part, your anxious part, all these parts of yourself that feel rejected, that feel too much, that feel not enough, all those things, you're choosing her above that, above him. Okay? And this is the embodiment. And when we're allowing him to see this. And any man that runs away from this, and let me tell you, ladies, disclaimer, men that are in a frequency of like a lower frequency, I don't believe in like a hierarchy of frequencies, but let's just say for like ease of, you know, teaching here, let's say you're like an awakened woman, heart open, you're spiritual, all these things. There are men who, let's say they're at like a lower frequency, again, a different frequency than yours, and you meet him with truth and vulnerability and depth, what you will likely experience, and this was my experience before I was with my partner, is men who were like, wow, you're so amazing. You're the dream girl. I've never met a woman that I could finally be myself with. And then boom, disappears. Why? Because that's terrifying. Because he's wounded. He doesn't feel accepted. He doesn't love himself, all these things. And then would literally watch him go be with a woman that like was like a hostess at a club. You know what I mean? Like just these like who like didn't, again, lovingly, no judgment. I love all women, but like just like didn't have like a lot of depth, couldn't see through him. He didn't have to be true, didn't have to rise. You will experience these forms of like, they're not rejection. They're not, it's just misalignment. Okay. But when you are this true, devotional, incredible, open hearted woman, you're going to scare away people that are not ready to be true and open hearted and vulnerable. And you have to be okay with that because it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with them. Like a lot of my clients come to me and they're like, why isn't this man, he can't face himself. He can't see himself. He can't accept himself. He can't love himself. You're like showing him what you are, like mirroring all of his mother wounds and stuff to him by just being so loving, so open, so vulnerable, so sweet, so all these things. He can't do it. He'd rather go for a girl that's playing games and not being true because he's not being true. So do not take like you're going to watch this masterclass, you're going to go out in the dating world, you're going to be putting these things into practice. Okay, if there are men who are not interested, it's not because it's not proving that you're not good enough, not worthy. No, no, no. It's because they're just not in alignment. This is redirection. This is God's protection. That's what it is. God's protection. If you could truly believe in God, universe, source, that something is taking care of you, all these men that rejected you, that you chased after, literally, you would have been like, whoa, protection. Wow, dodged a bullet with that one, right? But then what do? We chase, become a placeholder, get used, get brokenhearted, all these different things. Most men, if you chase them long enough, they'll come in, create a situationship with you. Why? It's easy. There's a woman that he gets to chill with. Good times, right? Don't be that woman, okay? I work with kids and that works on kids, so I consider them too. Oh, LOL. Yeah. Exactly what I'm experiencing. Oh my gosh, my last boyfriend of 3 years ago. It's what one of you said at the beginning. The anger to know he wants it, but he's not doing it. Yeah. 100%. And it's your job, if you have a man like that in front of you, there's going to be men who don't step up to the plate, and then there's going to be a man who does. That's your man, okay? The man who stays and doesn't go away is usually your man. Like he's just there and he's going through the transformation with you. Like that's your man. Like a lot of my clients, I'm like, is he the one? I'm like, it's been 7 months. He hasn't gone anywhere. He's like, this is your man. He's getting a ring for you. I have a client. He's like, literally, she found out that he's getting an engagement ring. They've been together for 7 months. And today on our call, she's like questioning whether he wants to be with her. And I'm like, he's literally designing the engagement ring. It's like so cute, you know? Like again, it takes time to process this stuff, but it's like he's there, he's about to propose, like it's happening. Okay, if he's there, but so there is a man who's gonna step up to the plate, but many times, ladies, the reason that no man has stepped up to the plate yet is because you actually haven't gone through the initiation, because you haven't risen into that, like what I call like the high queen energy to actually say, no, I'm not available for this. No, I won't tolerate this. No, I need more. So until you've been able to do that and truly put yourself first and choose yourself, don't look in the past and go, oh, well, no man chose me. Well, no, of course not. You weren't choosing yourself. Let the past go. Start from this now moment here. We're starting fresh. Line is drawn in the sand. Past is gone. We're starting here, right? Now you're going to choose yourself. A man is going to step up. Okay. And they come in fast. Like they really do come in. They can. Everyone has a timing. There is a timing. I know this can be so triggering. Some of my clients, it's like within months. Some of my clients, it's years. There is a timing. We have to trust it, right? There's something bigger than us at play here. My situationship comes and goes every few days or every week. He takes space but comes back. And so I would ask you, are you actually okay with having a situationship, or is today the day that you decide I want marriage or a ring or whatever it is, and I'm not available for this anymore, and actually being really true to yourself? I'd choose myself and leave for a few months, then I'd go back to him for 7 years. Yeah, and I'm sending you so much love. And it's what's happening is that's the collapse. That's the collapse. We haven't built enough strength to really like choose ourselves fully. That's that opening and closing thing. This also comes from having kind of like a weaker inner masculine, right? The feminine is just kind of flailing around, doing her emotional storm and things. Oh, I miss him. Versus having a really strong inner masculine and inner father that's like, I understand that you miss him and love him, but this is what you need, right? Becoming feminine involves becoming masculine. Like they go hand in hand, right? Like we have to have a lot of strength to choose ourselves, right? This is why like the like queen, like the high queen is like strong. She's powerful. She chooses herself, okay? All right. So embodiment, we're gonna, okay? It's in our bodies. Choosing ourselves comes from our bodies. It doesn't come from here. It's in our bodies. This is why I say all of this stuff, all of these tricks and things don't work. What is it? Tricks and things are for kids, whatever that thing is, but it's like, it doesn't work, okay? It has to come from your body because your body is what's creating your physical reality, okay? So what's available when you start to heal these parts of yourself is that you're actually going to be met by someone that can meet you because you're finally meeting you, right? You're going to be magnetic. Things will be coming towards you because you are moving towards you. You are choosing you. That's magnetic. Everybody is attracted to someone who loves themselves and chooses themselves. The most magnetic people don't care what anybody else thinks. They're just doing what's best for themselves. And that is so attractive. People just come towards that, right? And it's our truth. When we're true, people love truth. Men love truth. The feminine, what do we want from our man? Truth. Tell me the truth. Be honest. That's what you want. Truth. You want to trust what he says and does. Same thing with him. He wants to trust you. If you're people pleasing, chasing, things like that, he can't trust you. If you're letting him get away with murder, he can't trust you. He'll trust you and choose you when he knows that you are the woman who's going to call him to king. This is a whole other topic that I don't want to go fully into because I could talk about it for like an hour. Okay? It's about choosing yourself. This is how we become chosen. We heal these parts within our body and we become chosen and we choose ourselves. Okay? I feel like I don't get it because I don't trust people pleasing men either. Well, no, of course not. No one would trust people pleasing, right? I feel like I get it. Sorry, I read that wrong. Yeah, of course, we can't trust that, right? So I'm gonna read this last, oh, that's me, haven't fully stepped into the queen. It's a practice. But it is felt. And whatever man that you are all dealing with, he will feel it. Like, look, somebody's situationship message on the call. They feel it. The second that you fully choose yourself, you choose, you know, I'm not available for this. I need more. I'm choosing myself. Any situationship where you're like, actually, I want to be married. I'm not doing this anymore. I want to be married. The second that you decide that and that you're willing to walk away from the relationship, to put yourself first and not tolerate anything less than you deserve is literally the second that if he's your man, he will rise as well. Because you went through the initiation first and then he goes through it, okay? I want to answer that one question from earlier because I think that this is like a really deep question. And then we're going to close this up, okay? So somebody had asked earlier, I'm not avoiding myself. And if there's any other questions, now would be the time, okay? And then I'll probably like end with my little TED Talk speech, okay? But let's ask this little question. Answer this question. I can't talk anymore. This is when I know I need to close the masterclass because my brain is like, okay, so this person was saying that they're not avoiding themselves. They just can't find themselves. Okay, they don't know who they are. They can't find themselves. Likely deep repression. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You're so good at teaching this, Kelsey. Thank you. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm like student, master, teacher. I love teaching. What would I do if no one saw? What do I like that isn't influenced by anyone else? And I don't know because it's pretty much all shaped by by other people and always has been. Yeah, so I think that this is like the emotional unavailability piece, right? We're unavailable to who we actually are. And in my work, like when women work with me in union, what we're doing is I'm teaching you how to heal these parts, okay? Like I teach you, I literally give you a technique to heal these parts. And in my work, 8 years of doing this work, all that matters is parts work. Literally, it's all parts. It's all, and we go super deep in it, okay? But like, there's parts of you here that are like caring what other people think. So we have to clear that. You know what I mean? Caring about external validation. We have to clear that, right? like, again, think of like a true queen. She doesn't care what other people think. She's doing what's best for her. She's doing what's best for her kingdom. She's doing what's best for herself, right? Her kingdom would be herself. So what would I do if no one saw it is such a great question. What we have to start paying attention to is like our own inner stuff, our inner judgment, our inner shame, different things like that. You ultimately have to start dating yourself, right? You have to start getting to know yourself. I remember when I went through my divorce, I went to Miami for the 10X Growth Con, and I landed in Miami without my baby and without my ex-husband. And I literally just like went to the Airbnb, and I didn't know this at that time, but like my nervous system was just shut down. I was like in dorsal mode. And I was like, who am I outside of being a mom and a wife to this man? Like I had no idea because I'd been with him for years and I had no idea who I was or what I liked. So I'm like, okay, I'm like in this Airbnb in Miami and I'm like, what do I do? And I'm like, okay, I'm like, I like getting dressed. So I'm like, I got dressed, like nice clothes. I got dressed. And then I'm like, okay, what else do I do? Like, I'm like, I like to go for walks. So I went for a walk. Then I'm like, what else do I like? I like food. So I went and ate. And I'm like, okay, like and then I'm like, okay, I like this. Like, this is cool. Like, and then now it's like every time I travel, like we always go out to eat, but like, I like, again, these are like more surface level things, but they're also not. Like, I love really good food. I love trying really good food. We always go to like the best restaurants. Like, we love that. I love fashion. I love style. I love expressing myself. It was through like stuff like that that I started to figure out who it is that I was, what it is that I liked. Even in my business, you have to be willing to take risks and you have to take time to get to know yourself. But through healing these parts and becoming aware of these parts, it's just because it becomes so much simpler. Because when we have these parts, it's like part of me cares what people think, part of me doesn't. So then it's like the part of you that doesn't over here is like, I'm going to wear this top. But then this one is like, no, you can't wear that because Sally on your Instagram is going to talk shit to you again. And then you're like, oh, then I don't wear it. And then you don't buy it. You know what I mean? And then it's like we're always in this inner conflict with all these parts. Part of me wants to message him, part of me doesn't. Part of me wants to do my hair like this, part of me is scared that it's going to be too red, whatever. Like, we're always doing this. So the easiest thing, what helped me heal and what helps my girls in union heal, is they heal these parts that they just come down to the bare bone truth of who they actually are. And then you're not thinking about it all the time. You're just like, oh, this is just who I am. You know what I mean? Like, it just becomes effortless because you're just becoming so embodied and true. Okay. But I think that this is amazing where you're at, and these are the right questions. Oh, it's so difficult to not need that external validation, attention, and love. It's almost addicting. It is addicting. These wounded parts of ourselves are empty and they need energy. When you heal and come back to wholeness and heal these parts, you become full. I made a post the other day that said something you don't chase when you're full of yourself. And someone came and trolled me and they said, oh, yeah, you are full of yourself. And I said, what else am I supposed to be full of than the energy of aliveness within all things? And then they said nothing. Because I'm like, that's like, to me, like the self within the self is like the like consciousness within all things. What else am I supposed to be full of? I'm like, what? You want me to be empty? Like, that's so stupid, right? Again, it's just like, yeah, when you're full, when you're connected, when you're in alignment with who you truly are, you are constantly full, you are overflowing, you're magnetic, you're chosen, you're all these things. Everything just flows to you. Okay. Do we have any other questions? Are we all overloaded? This was a lot, right? This was a lot. See, look, I'm a lot. I'm a lot. And look, I'm still chosen, right? I'm a lot. It can be too much. I can be intense. Look, see, you got to accept yourself, right? This has been amazing. Yes, I love it. This was really fun. This was good. This was a good time, ladies. This was a good time. This was fun. Self-acceptance is the best. Okay, look, let me put my serious hat on one more time. Okay. I know you all want the love, you all want the commitment, you all want the man, you are all worthy of that, you are all good enough, you are all going to get that. Each and every single one of you was perfectly coded for someone. Am I super cheesy? Yes, I believe in like literally very deep divine love. Okay. You are all available. Everyone, all the 289 and whoever else has signed up since this has come on, are all available and coded for deep sacred union. Okay. What you need to recognize is that it's an inner journey first. It's a journey of wholeness and coming back to the truest and highest aspects of yourself. Whatever you've been chasing outside of you is not going to fill you. And over those embodiment practices and the things that we looked at, we recognized it's not him that you're chasing. It's all those feelings that you no longer want to feel. What you're chasing is feeling better, feeling whole, feeling loved, feeling confident, feeling full. Okay? This is what I want you to remind yourself. Any single time you go to fall into that, remind yourself there is nothing out there that could ever fill what's in here. And I know this is so deep, and I know it's like it's intangible and it's hard to grasp, but trust me, once you reach that point and you recognize this, you're like, oh my gosh, what have I been doing my entire life? Everything I had was already within me. Everything I needed was already within me. And this goes for the money and the man, ladies. Trust me. Okay? Trust me, the money will roll in when you're like, I'm actually fine. I don't need it. Like that's when it comes in because you're like, I'm literally just here doing the work that I'm here to do in the world, and God's got my back. I'm gonna be fine. I'm not doing it for money. I'm doing it for myself, like my deepest self, my purpose. It's gonna come in. The second that you understand this, same thing with the love. Okay, this is when it all comes in. So it's a much deeper path. Okay, so let's choose ourselves. You're all gonna go make a list what it would look like to choose yourself, and then you're gonna focus on that every single day. Okay, I'm gonna do this, and I never do this, but we do have like a brand new course being launched, and I put so much work and heart and soul in it, and it's actually like epic. It's actually epic. And I never sell on these master classes, but I'm like, I'm actually gonna sell it because I feel like, yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna sell it. It is freaking amazing. It's called Chosen Frequency. It's 3 parts. It is so beautiful. It's going to change your life. It's gonna go so deep. Um, that's my pitch. Like, that's how I do my sales. I'm like, you either want it or you don't. Like, I'm already I'm like, you will get an email for this, okay? It's automated. You're gonna get it in 30 minutes. I'm actually really proud of the sales page. Y'all, I was up all night. Let me put it here in the chat for you all, okay? I was up working so hard because I'm in my purpose and I love it. Okay, you can all check that out and you will get an automated email. I was prepared in 30 minutes for this little launch, and I'm so excited. It's literally going, whatever it was, this on like, we just go even deeper. Okay. I'm sending you all so much love. You're so cute. Please, you can pitch us if you want. So good with making a lot of money with my business, still struggling. Yeah, and you know what? It's sometimes it's both, right? I have clients who make millions and haven't found the love, and vice versa. And then ultimately it's the same wounds that bring us back to center. Like literally, like they're healing the same thing. Okay. I'm sending you all so much love. This was so beautiful. I just want to give you all the biggest hug. I hope you all took notes. You will get the replay within the next 24 hours. I didn't consider how this might help me feel more worthy at work, but it helps. Oh my gosh, I love that. Yes, it's like it's like you are the center of it all. It will change. This work changes everything. The way you dress, your fitness, where you decide to live, your friendships, your sex, your relationship with your man, your relationship with your parents, your relationship with your kids. Your entire life changes with this work because you are literally at the center of your own little universe and experience. So when you heal, the whole world heals, right? You're so sweet. I love your energy. I'm just gonna like totally receive. I'm like, I'm loving all these compliments. Thank you all so much. Okay, I'm sending you all so much love. I need to go. I don't know what I need to do, but I need to like move my body or something. You all need to go cry, move your body, dance. I don't know. Just like trust me, the chasing is over. Have me in your head. No more chasing with these eyes. No more, no more chasing. Okay, I'm sending you all so much love. Okay, bye everyone.